Good morning, and welcome to the first of many fishing trips with the Lure Loser. We're here in West Texas. We're just on a little lake here, and we're gonna see what we can catch today. We entered a tournament this morning, a bass tournament, and it goes through the entire month of July. So we're gonna see if we can't catch our first one today and get it on the leaderboard. But see if we can't get this lure out here and catch something, and let's see where to start. I'm gonna get set up here and then all right, we got everything set up. So we're gonna just start off with a simple frog here, if I can get it all untangled. All right. See, we just got a real simple frog, kind of a dark color, dark lake here. So let's see what we can't catch. I've seen lots of things hitting topwater this morning, so hoping to have a little bit of luck on this little spot here, but we might have to move further down to deeper waters. No luck right there. Let's move on down here just a little bit. Try a couple casts. Might have to get back in the truck and move on down the lake. There's a bridge right up here that I've seen quite a few people catching on earlier, but we'll see how it goes for us. Let's see what we can do here. Seeing something hit right over here. To this bridge real quick, and I'll walk back to the truck. Hey, maybe we can have a little look over here. I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better morning to go fishing. It's not hot, it's not that windy. If you live in West Texas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And, it's actually a pretty nice morning. I don't normally get lucky enough to catch good mornings like this too often. Whoop. Y'all didn't see that. I never claimed to be a professional. Alright, let's try one more over here. Way to try this frog out today. I've never actually used one before, and I've just heard a lot of positive feedback on them, and so far I haven't gotten anything, but that could be a user error, so I won't blame the lure for me not knowing how to use it. So, all right, well, we're just gonna run on back to the truck, move on down the lake here, maybe some deeper waters, maybe change up my lures. And all right, we are back on the water, our new spot, a little deeper waters. We're going to try the frog out here, see if we can catch a little something over here. If not, we're going to contemplate our life choices or switch up lures. So, and I see all kinds of fish hitting the top water, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get any of them. So, but we're gonna try our best, and in the meantime, we're gonna have a little fun and try to get on the leaderboard here on this tournament. Which I'm not 100% sure on how the bass fishing is here. I know the crappie fishing is pretty good in this lake. I've heard of a lot of people catching some good crappie over here, but most of those people are in kayaks or some kind of boat. So yeah, we'll try a few different lakes here in town, in the next few videos, and see if we can't put some fish in the boat or the kayak as soon as I can finally get my paddle. And we'll try to put this tournament in the bag, but of course we have until the end of the month, so that's good. I don't know what's hitting the top of the water, but it is not interested in anything I got going on. So we might have to switch up a little bit. There's a spot that I want to go to, but somebody's in a kayak over there. I don't want to intrude on their territory at the moment. So. And yes, for those that have already noticed, I have a bait cast reel on a spin cast rod. I broke a rod and reel on two separate setups, and I didn't want to buy a new rod and a new reel, so I just put these two together, and it's been working for the most part. down here for a minute before I decided to quit fishing and take up golfing, since apparently I can't catch nothing. That's a joke. I would never take up golfing. Yeah, no offense to anybody that golfs out there. Well, all right. One more, and I think we're gonna try to change it up. Man, I still can't believe how calm the water is today. How it's not already blistering hot here in West Texas. It's kind of a blessing. I didn't feel like being burned to a crisp today. All right, we're gonna hang up this frog for now, and then we'll set something else up here. All right, so I just realized that I was not recording this entire time, and whenever I switched over my baits, I never turned back on my camera. But that's okay. He didn't miss much. The lure didn't turn out to do me any good today anyway. So I switched up to go top water and try a little popper. I've always had pretty good luck with these things, so we're gonna try it out and see if they can't finally get us a fish on the board. And if not, then I'm just gonna go home and cry. And by all means, if anybody that's watching this has any advice for me on how to catch more bass, different lures, different techniques, you know, please feel free to drop a comment, because like I said, have never claimed to be a professional. I'm just a guy that really enjoys being out on the water, enjoying God's creation. And you know, it's kind of a happy place, so it'd be nice for me to share it with somebody. So by all means, if you got any advice, you know, hit me up in the comments, and I'll try whatever out, you know, lures, different bodies of water, techniques, whatever it is. Move on down. I do feel like I would have a little better luck if I was able to be in my kayak, but then again, that just sounds like an excuse. So I could be in the kayak and still skunk out. So If I can just catch one today to get on the board, I'd be happy. Well, to be honest, as long as I've lived in West Texas, 6 years now, I have never caught a bass here. I used to live in East Texas, and I catch them all the time. But in West Texas, they're a little harder to catch. Now there is a lake that I want to try that's about an hour and a half away. And of course, once I get my kayak set up and stuff, then I will definitely make it that direction. Of course, I'll do a video on that if you want to come back and watch that one. Hopefully I can catch something over there. I know a lot of people that have caught lots of 10, 11 pound bass over there, and if I can't catch something in that lake, maybe I should start rethinking hobbies. I tell you what though, this Ozark Trail bait cast, I think it's Walmart brand. It's actually pretty good. I didn't have a whole lot of high hopes for it, but it's held up pretty good for, you know, all the thousands of fish I've caught on it, as you can tell. Actually, to be honest, I think a buddy of mine gave me this reel. That's how I just had it set up in the garage, just as an extra. Well, I think it done tried all I can try in this spot. Like I said, I forgot to press play on this GoPro here, and y'all kind of missed half of it, which again, y'all didn't miss much, but I think we're gonna move on down the road again and see if we can't get to maybe a different part of this lake and reel one in. Alright, we are back at a new spot. I've been over here a couple times, but it's actually at a little spillway down here. And, see a lot of people fishing it. I just don't come down here very often. hoping to reel in at least one today, get some kind of excitement going, but it is not looking too promising. We still got a little time. Maybe we can get something on the hook. Got this little spillway right here. See if maybe there's anything in front of it. See if I can't cross this without busting my butt and falling down the spillway. Whoa. All right. I almost just died. So, I guess it's, you almost witnessed my last seconds. I had some slime, some kind of seaweed on the spillway. Almost lost it. Man, I am still pretty impressed with this Walmart brand bait cast. It's actually not too bad. I don't normally buy real expensive fishing gear just because it breaks, things go wrong with it, so I don't tend to buy real expensive things. But now this is about ridiculous. Let's go back this way and try not to die again. That was the culprit right there. Alright, we are back with another lure here. We're going to try this little thing out and see if we can't hook into something. Looks like I'm gonna get skunked today, but that's all right. That's not the first time. Definitely will not be the last. But we'll do another video here in a couple days and go to another lake. Hopefully we can get on some fish then. But on my next video, if you want to tune in, it'll be about my kayak. I'm just waiting for the paddle to come in, and we'll kind of show y'all what I got and kind of the perks of or the pros and cons of the kayak itself, and the paddle and everything. I think I did pretty good research on it and picked a good one. So we'll see what y'all think, and we'll see you on the next one.